Today we are going to take our lecture concerning translation. We are going to take the chapter 3. We have sentence meaning and translation. Defining a sentence meaning. What do we mean by sentence meaning? We have taken before. In the previous chapter, one factor which determines sentence meaning has been discussed. The meaning of words which make up the sentence, but the meaning of a sentence is more than a meaning of its words. It also comprises the meaning of the grammatical relation constructed by the words inside a sentence. For example, both we have here the two sentences, number 1 and number 2, have the same words, but we have the two sentences don't have the same meaning. For example, we have here number 1, the man chased the tiger. The man chased the tiger, number 1. We have number 2, the tiger chased the man. Okay, we have here the same words, but the two sentences don't have the same meaning. Okay, we have the same words, the definite article, the article as you know there. Okay, the same definite article, and the verb chase we have the same verb chase. On the noun we have man and tiger. Make up the two sentences, and they have different meanings because the grammatical function of the two lexical words man and tiger are different. In sentence number 1, the man is the subject, he's the agent of the sentence, that means he's the doer of the action. Tiger is the object in the first one. We have in the second sentence, these functions are reversed. The subject and the object point to different semantic functions, usually termed agent and goal. The agent means the doer of the action. The goal denotes the person, animal, or thing affected by the action. This is the reason why first and second have different meaning. In a contrast, and in contrast with the number 6 or number 4, we have the sentence later on we discussed have the same meaning in spite of the fact that two lexical items have different grammatical functions. As you know, here we have the agent or the doer of the action is the subject, and we have the object is the receipt of the action. Let's move to next. We have here number 3, tiger chased the man, and we have man chased, the man was chased by the tiger. Number 3, the tiger chased the man, and number 4, we have the man was chased by tiger. In number 3, the tiger is the subject, the man the object in number 4. Okay, the man is the subject and the tiger is the object of a preposition. As you know, preposition we have here by the different syntactic relationships or relations have not affected the meaning of the 3 and 4. They still mean the same thing. The reason for this that the change in syntactic function doesn't entail or commit a change in the semantic function of lexical items. In both number 3 and 4, the tiger is the agent and the man also is the goal here. The change is in the syntactic of the man, and the tiger is on the surface, doesn't affect on the meaning of the sentence. The meaning of the sentence is therefore depends on the function of the meaning of the lexical items and the grammatical relations inside the sentence. Let's talk about sentence. What do we mean by sentence? And let's see here. Sentence in an abstract pattern consists of a number of places filled with certain elements. As you know, we have studied, as you know, in grammar, subject plus verb or plus object, adverbial and complement, just like that. Here we have this in the following examples. The grammatical sentence is the abstract pattern underlying each utterance. We have number 1, the cat is sleeping under the table. Number 2, the mouse is waiting in the hall. Number 3, the men are digging near the railway station. The man is the subject and the tiger is the object of a preposition. The different syntactic relations have not affected on the meaning of number 3 and number 4. They will still, okay, the same meaning or the same thing. The reason for this is the change and the syntactic function doesn't entail a change in the semantic function. Okay, as we have studied here, let's move to sentence. As you know, a sentence is abstract pattern consists of number of places filled with a certain element, subject plus verb plus object plus adverb and complement. Thus, in the following examples, the grammatical sentence is the abstract pattern underlying each utterance. We have here number 1, the cat is sleeping under the table. We have here the cat, the doer of the action is the subject, and we have here is sleeping is the verb, as you know, under is preposition, the table complement or to the preposition. We have number 2, the mouse is waiting in the hall. The mouse is the subject and the doer of the action is waiting, as you know, is the verb, and in the preposition, and the hall is the complement for to the preposition. And we have number 3, as you see here, the men are digging near to the railway station. All the 3 sentences we have here, as you see, the subject, and we have the verb, and after the verb you have a preposition. As you know, in the first one we have under, and the second we have in, and the third one is near. Okay, so here we have the 3 sentences according to the grammatical sentences. Okay, next, for each sentence in number 1 and number 3 consists of patterns in 3 places. In each sentence, the first place is filled with the subject. As you know, all the 3 sentences we have the subject. In the second one we have the verb, and the third we have adverbial. Okay, as you know, near or in or just like that, or under the table. All these 3 sentences have the same pattern: subject plus verb plus adverb or adverbial. Okay, which may be graphically to present it as subject plus verbs plus adverbial. Okay, there is no mention to context, which may give information about the participant, the cat, the mouse, etc. Okay, or the tiger, etc. The action or state is sleeping, or that's mean the tiger, the action or the state of the tiger is sleeping. Okay, or the tiger is waiting, or are digging, the men are digging on the, or the circumstances under the table, or in the hall, or near railway station. This is the grammatical view of a sentence, which is detained in terms of the abstract patterns that can be recognized through repetition. The meaning of a sentence, however, is according to the most semantic and logical theories determined by the preposition, which is expressed by the sentence. It is therefore essential to draw a distinction between a sentence and a preposition. The sentence has already been defined as an abstract pattern. In a contrast, a preposition may be said to describe a state of affairs in the external world, and is normally defined in terms of content of declarative sentence. Let's move to next. This is, as you see, number 1 we have taken above. When view a preposition describe the state of affairs in external world. Okay, that's mean showing something in external world to surface. A certain cat is sleeping, as you see here. Okay, under a certain table at a certain time. To be able to determine the preposition, one must know which cat. We have to know which cat here. To be able to determine the preposition, one must know which cut, and which table are meant. The context consists of participant, the action, and the circumstances is so essential and determine a preposition. Each sentence from 1 to 3 above describe the state of affairs in the external world. It is a preposition as description of state of affairs. A preposition is not language specific. The same preposition may be expressed by using different languages. This is a fact is often used as a basis of translation. The preposition expressed by the English sentence in 1, 2, 3 can also be expressed by using Arabic sentences. Just like the translation كما تكون الترجمة. القطة نائمة تحت المنضدة. الفأرة تنتظر في ثقبها. الرجال رقم 6 الرجال يحفرون بالقرب من محطة القطار. The Arabic sentence in number 4 and 6, assuming the speaker and translator are describing the same state of affairs in external world as in 13 next. Okay, I will discuss after that in 13. May be said to express the same preposition. Note that we use English sentences and Arabic sentences which mean that a sentence, unlike a preposition, is language bound. Thus, in the first is a sentence in English, whereas in 4 is a sentence in Arabic, but they express the same preposition if they describe the same state of affairs in the external world. This is also true of 2 and 3 and 5 and 6. They are therefore translating equivalents. The discussion above shows that two different sentences in different languages may express the same preposition. This may be used as a basis of translation at a sentence level. Thus, the following English sentences in A and the Arabic sentences in B may be considered as the translational equivalents. We have A here. The best time to visit Paris is in spring. The food was delicious. I felt cold. C translation. أفضل وقت لزيارة باريس في الربيع. Okay. في الربيع in spring. Here we preposition in. That's mean في. يعني في spring, as you know, الربيع. Two sentences in one language may also express the same preposition. يعني جملتين في لغة واحدة ممكن أن تعبر عن نفس الحرف الجر. This is true usually of the active and the passive sentences in English. Passive, as you know, passive and active. Okay, let's see here. The mouse will eat the cheese. The mouse will eat the cheese. Here we have active. Okay, because we have the subject is well known, as you know, the mouse will eat the cheese, and we have the passive. The cheese will be eaten by the mouse. This is passive. Okay, this is a type of preposition expressed by 7 is true, and the preposition expressed by 8 is also true, and vice versa. This is a type translation which has been termed rewarding. Okay, rewarding. Okay, as you see here, we have two sentences in one language may also express the same preposition. This is true usually of the active and the passive sentences in English. We have number 7, the mouse will eat the cheese. This is active, and we have the cheese will be eaten by the mouse. This is passive. This type of preposition expressed by the sentence number 7 is true, but the preposition is expressed by the sentence number 8 is also true, and vice versa. This is the type of translation which has been termed rewarding. That's mean reforming. Okay, let's move to next. We have here other different grammatical construction which may express the same preposition, include the subject, verb, and object and object, direct object and indirect object, or we have the subject plus verb. As you know, here we have object and adverbial. Just like here we have number 9. I will give Ahmed to I will give Ahmed money. Okay, this is subject plus verb, and we have indirect object, we have direct object. Okay, indirect object, as you see here, Ahmed, and the money, direct object. We have number 10. I will give Ahmed to okay, I will give the money to Ahmed. Okay, this we have here the subject plus verb plus object and adverbial. As you see here, number 9 and 10 have the same prepositional meaning because they express the same preposition. The importance of this translation is that both the active and corresponding passive, and we have a subject plus verb plus the indirect object and direct object, and we have subject plus verb plus object and adverbial may be translated in the same way. Thus number 9 and 10 may be introduced or rendered, you can say, by the active voice. سوف تأكل الفأرة الجبن. سوف تأكل الفأرة الجبن, as you see, maybe in 11 may be considered as translation both of 7 and 8 at the sentence level. However, the active and the passive in Arabic don't express the same preposition. Since the passive is in Arabic deleted the agent, and hence express less information compared 11 and 12. We have here 12. سوف يؤكل الجبن. That's mean here 12 doesn't say who or what will eat and the cheese whereas. Okay, we have 11 supplies the information. Thus these two sentences are not equivalent in meaning. Small. The grammatical construction, subject plus verbs, indirect object and object, and we have here subject plus verbs plus object and adverbial are synonyms in Arabic too. Here we have 13. سوف أعطي أحمد المال, and 14. سوف أعطي المال لأحمد. Either 13 or 14 may be considered the translation equivalent of the two English sentences 9 and 10 at the sentence level. A sentence by definition being an abstract pattern may be used to express more than one preposition. The sentence here we have in 15, the fox chased the hens, okay, may be used by different speaker at different times by the same speaker on a different occasion to describe the state of affairs in external world. In such cases, 15, as you see here, 15, the fox chased the hens, express different preposition with the different truth values. In translation, we normally relate two sentences to the same preposition. This is because the basis of translation is the same preposition content. In theory of pairs 16 and 16 and 17 could express different preposition and therefore have different meaning. For example, in 16 we have here the boys are lazy. الأولاد كسالى. The boys, here is subject, and here we have a verb, and we have our verb and lazy object. Okay, it's adjective. An adjective. It's not object. And we have here 17. The subject is capital. Capital is overcrowded. العاصمة مزدحمة, here an adjective also. Let's move to next. This would be the case of the subject of these pairs in 16 and 17 have different referents. The Arabic reader may understand al-awlad. Okay, just like the awlad, the boys are lazy we have taken, and the capital is overcrowded as you al-asma. In generic sense, generic reference has a possibility allowed by grammatical construction of the noun phrase in Arabic, whereas in English noun phrase the boys point to a specific group of boys. Specific reference. The generic reference, we have a generic reference and we have specific reference. Okay, whereas in English nouns phrase the boys point to a specific group. Okay, of boys specific reference. The generic reference is excluded. The use of in the definite article, if the context does not clarify the ambiguity in Arabic sentence. The translation should change the grammatical structure of the Arabic noun phrase. For example, here we have هؤلاء الأولاد كسالى. That means these boys are lazy. You can translate it. The use of demonstrative هؤلاء these, okay, demonstrative pronoun. This is clear that reference is specific. Okay, you specify those people. The problem so far discussed concerning the syntactic structure of an expression, but the source of difficulty may be context itself. For example, هؤلاء الأولاد كسالى may still refer to a different group of boys from the referred by the subject, the boys. The two sentences with in that case express different preposition and have different meanings. This possibility, however, is ruled out in translation since, as has been mentioned, translation is based on equivalence, which assumes as an identical referent for the English and Arabic expression. Okay, let's move.